Well, I never wanted to make this video, but we have to because it is very important news, not good important news, but we have to talk about it, and that is that Cam Sutton has allegedly got a warrant for domestic battery for strangulation. Now, I'm not going to try to get into everything that has been, all the rumors, all the true stuff, all the beliefs and stuff like that, because YouTube has a very strict policy of what you say. So I'm not going to try to get into everything and say everything, so you guys can go look it up on Pride to Detroit, Detroit Free Press, all those websites, and look it up there. That's what happened. They're based on Twitter. It's all over the place right now, but this is an official statement from the Lions. The Lions became aware of the ongoing legal situation involving Sutton this morning. We will continue to monitor the situation and will not have further comments at this time, which is a very smart sentence. The last sentence there, where they said they would not have any further comments at this time. That's very smart, I think, right there, because you don't ever want to get into talking about legal stuff. You just don't want to. But this is bad. This is really bad. Sutton's been missing for 13 days. This allegedly happened when all of this stuff became official, or potentially when it started happening, was March 7th. The police have been trying to track him down since March 7th, have not been able to find him, so he's been missing for almost 2 weeks now. It will be 2 weeks starting tomorrow that he's been missing. And not a lot of people brought this up, but I think there's a small chance, hopefully this is not the case at all, but that Sutton potentially could not be alive anymore. The fact that he's been missing for almost 2 weeks, and you would think he would turn himself in because he has all the money in the world. If he didn't do this, that he could fight against it with court and stuff like that, because he got all the money in the world. And he's just going to keep getting more trouble if he doesn't turn himself in. And he's been missing for 2 weeks. He's going to keep getting more in trouble. And evidently he turned his phone off, so the police are not going to be able to track him from his phone. Ever since it happened March 7th, he's not had his phone on, or he's got a different phone, or something like that. They haven't been able to track him at all. They've tried to communicate him. The police have with him. No answer. He's not been seen at all. It's bad. It's bad. Now, with this going on, Sutton will most likely be released. I'm 99.5% sure Sutton will be released within the next 48 hours. And I'm 95% sure that if this is all true, which hopefully it's not, but that he will no longer be in the league anymore. And I read on a couple articles that if all this is true, he will face up to 5 years in prison, which means his NFL career basically be over because he'd be 33, 34 years old by the time he'd be out of jail, which it could also potentially be longer than 5 years. So we'll see what's going on with Cam Sutton, but now we need another cornerback. I thought we needed another cornerback anyway through the draft or through another veteran corner in free agency, but now we need 1 or 2 corners for sure. There's guys out there like J.C. Jackson, Stephon Gilmore, Tre'Davious White, J.C. Jackson, Adoree Jackson. There's a whole bunch of guys out there, veteran corners to go out there. I think Tre'Davious White and J.C. Jackson could be a legitimate option because they'd be probably the cheapest out the 4 that I named, and they're very injury prone, which Brad Holmes usually loves to target for the most part. So I could expect those guys to potentially be brought in for a visit or to have them sign with us once Sutton officially gets released. But you just hate to see it. I think there's even more of a chance now that we take a corner at 29. Some people have Cloyd McKinstry potentially falling to us at 29. I don't see him falling to us. He's the best or second or third best corner in the draft. He'll probably go within the top 15, top 20 at latest. So I would be absolutely shocked if he falls to the top 29. I haven't really gotten to mock drafts this year or looked at much college players. I just I haven't been in the draft mode yet. I'm just assuming I'll get there within the next week or so. I'll be in draft mode, but I haven't really looked at, besides edges and stuff like that in the draft, I haven't looked at any other position. So hopefully I get in the draft mode within the next week, and I'll start making videos about the draft. But from what I've known, McKinstry probably will not be there at 29. He'll probably go within the top 15, top 20. So I don't know why people are expecting him to fall. I mean, hopefully he does, because he's really good. But I don't know. So we definitely need another corner. I could also see potentially Kendall Vildor, Will Harris, or Jerry Jacobs being re-signed. I would definitely take Vildor out of the three. I'm a big Vildor guy. I think he did pretty well for the role he had to take. The fact that he basically didn't play all season until he signed with us, to where then he was asked to be the number 2 corner, basically. And I thought he held his own against the guys he was going against. So I would 100% be fine with bringing Vildor back on just a depth piece move, because I think he deserves another shot after what he did last year. I think he did very solid last year for what he was asked to do. But this all sucks, man. I'm hoping the best for Cam Sutton, hoping that this is not true. Praying for him, his family, and the Lions organization, because it's a lot of stuff going on right now. So One Pride, go Lions. If you need to read everything else that happened, go to Pride of Detroit or Detroit Free Press. They'll be all there. So One Pride, go Lions. See you in the next one.